So, Black Cat is classist, and I will die on this hill. Welcome back to the Comic Book Newsroom. I am Milo, your host, and today we're going to be talking about a Bill Mantlo story from Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man issue 87. And it's this issue, which is iconic because it is the first time Peter Parker tells Black Cat his identity. And it opens up as like a normal Spider-Man story. It opens up with him swinging, Black Cat's there, and they're going through, and Peter's on the way to take her home. However, she has reservations that she's not telling Peter because Black Cat primarily came, like, she didn't come from, well, she came from money because her dad was a thief, but she lives a very lavish lifestyle. Like, that's her whole get down. She steals, not in a Robin Hood fashion, but she steals to better herself. She wants to live in the Ritz-Carlton top floor penthouse, that whole thing, and she goes to go see Peter's house, who's a photographer for the Bugle who takes pictures of himself to sustain his life, and immediately she's judging. Like, I've never seen immediate judgment cast upon thee in such a fashion. Like, it's so fast how quick the illusion dissolves with Peter in the eyes of Black Cat. It's kind of fucked up, really. But no, and so she gets to the apartment, and while she's at the apartment, Peter tells her the entire origin, which is rare because Peter has never told anyone the story or the fact that he's Spider-Man. Like, he's never really done this before, even with other superheroes in the superhero community. I don't believe the death of Jean DeWolf has occurred yet, so I don't even think Daredevil knows his origin. But he's telling Black Cat this because he's in love with her and she loves him. But it's very clearly revealed towards the end of the story that she doesn't love Peter Parker, she loves Spider-Man, because as he's telling her all this, he's slowly taking off his mask and says that turn Peter Parker into the spectacular Spider-Man. And there's this beautiful art section at the end of that page where it's 3 panels and it's Black Cat getting smaller and smaller until she just screams when she's at her smallest, "Please, for the love of God, put your mask back on."
Oh! He needs some milk.
And the next pages reveal that she doesn't care about Peter. She cares about Spider-Man. She doesn't care about like Peter Parker problems or his woes. And that's kind of fucked up if you're going to get into a relationship with somebody. But I never said Felicia was the most upstairs person, if that makes sense. She's not, not all the lights are on. She's kind of crazy as fuck. But the story continues where she forces him out of the house together because she jumps out the window, and Peter's hurt, angry, and confused. He doesn't know what to feel because it wasn't a total rejection of who he is. It was just a rejection of the Peter Parker part. And Peter even has a moment where he's just like, I should be happy about this because every girl only wants to know the Peter Parker side. They could give 2 shakes off a rat's ass about the Spider-Man part, which isn't true because the women at this point in his life don't know that he's Spider-Man. So that's where it becomes like a, what are you talking about moment. But as they're going along, they hear a gunshot, and then they get into a brawl with some people who were trying to mug a couple, and Black Cat and Peter work in tandem together, and it's great. And it just further shows that like they're great together as Spider-Man and Black Cat. But again, she doesn't give a fuck about Peter. And I just wanted to talk about this story because I thought it was interesting. And as I'm going through, and as we're going through this section of time with Brand New Day right around the corner, and us not really knowing who Sadie Sink's character is. It could be Black Cat, it could be a different character, it could be Shatara, a character from the JMS run that we're currently doing that hasn't shown up yet but will. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about this single issue. It's not one of my favorites, but I do like this issue a lot because it does highlight the differences between Black Cat, Peter, and the other women in Peter's life and what Black Cat's like main focus is. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Shouts out Editor Jeffrey.